What is up, YouTube fam? This is your boy PaulBGMZ. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Some people were messaging me asking me how I did this effect. So let's get started. I actually use Premiere Pro. You don't need After Effects to do it. So I'm going to make another sequence. I'm going to call it Takeoff Demo. Step one, pick like a really good spot where there's nobody in the background. We found like a park that had like nobody, and I used that place and it was a good spot to use it. So let me see if I can pick a really good point here. So that's me flying, so I'll just pick that part and I'll press I for the in point, or you can even press this too as well. And then I'm going to drag it down to the timeline. So right where I take off, I'm going to use the arrows for this and go frame by frame. Right there. Control K to cut the whole thing once the whole thing is selected. The next part, I'm going to duplicate this clip right here. Hold down Alt and hold left click, and it's going to duplicate that video. And then once it's duplicated, right click, go to add frame and hold. This video right here has a still shot of me. So that's all we need. So go to the beginning of this clip and then use your arrow keys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to use 8 frames. Cut it with Control K, delete that part. I'm going to move that over here. This is where I jumped. I'm going to do the same thing like I did here. Hold down Alt button, and left click, duplicate it. And this time I'm going to probably use 5 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because this is going to be me landing. These are going to be up here. I forgot to mention this part. Make sure you have nothing in the background, including yourself. This is very important. You're going to need that. This is going to be my plate I'm going to be using. And I'm going to move it over here in the middle between these videos. Okay, that's where I jumped in. Let's move these videos up. Let's move the plate over here. We're going to select the frame hold video. We're going to go to our effects controls. And you see this pin tool underneath opacity. Click on it. And then go to this box here. It's really hard to mask around myself, so I'm going to have to go a little bit closer and then probably make this box a little bit more bigger. You have a little bit more accuracy. The next part is to move our frame hold picture. Make sure the playhead's like at the beginning. This is going to be a toggle animation. You're going to click on it. We're going to do our keyframes. We're going to add 2 keyframes, and then we're going to move all the way to the end. Let's move 1 frame back so that way I can see myself. Okay, now we're going to move all the way up like that, probably to minus 700, and then move this keyframe all the way to the end, and let's see how that looks. Came out pretty good. Let's make it a little bit not too fast right there. 1, 2, elongate it to 10 frames instead of like 8 frames. Next step, blur effect. So we're going to go to our effects, type in blur, add it right to my frame hold, and then we're going to switch blur dimension to vertical. We're going to keyframe this from 0 and maybe from 5 frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all the way to 100 right there. So it's going to look like I'm actually taking off. You probably will notice my shadow right here, so I'm going to have to do something about that. We're going to fix this sky right here. So we're going to elongate our actual video. We're going to use our same pen tool underneath the opacity. Now I just made myself disappear. So okay, so inverted, now I just came back. So now you won't see that glitch effect, but there's another problem here. You see me, and then you also see my hand disappearing as well. So I'm going to have to fix that. So go back to our mask path, keyframe there. So that's fixed, so my hand doesn't disappear anymore. But myself is still there. This looks like I'm just punching myself to outer space. And the best way to fix that is to go to Effects, type in Crops, and then add it to the video. We're going to cut this right here, right at the beginning of the frame hold. This is the part that's going to have the crop that I just added in there. So I'm going to get rid of the crop in this video because we don't need it. We just need it in here. So I'm going to start from the top. So see, just cropped out myself and then crop out the bottom right here as well. I'm going to make sure this has edge feather on, maybe all the way to 100. First, it's going to keyframe one of them. 556. Once I leave the frame, this is where I go all the way to 100. And this is going to take care of that shadow. So it looks like I just took off with it. Alright, so it looks pretty good so far, and there's no glitch effect, so everything looks nice and clean. Oh yes, I got 2 visual effects, and I'll show you the visual effects I got. And it's called Shockwave, and I got that from footagecrate.com. So I'm going to drag it right underneath me. Probably move this up again. And we're going to select this, go to our effects controls, a little bit smaller, probably like 25. Right underneath myself somehow, and move it up a little bit more, and then go to blend mode. Use soft light so it looks like this. And that's how it's done. So you already get the idea how the masking works and how the keyframe works. So we already did the same thing to the second part. The only thing you guys probably want to know how I did this. So it's the same website I went to, footagecrate.com, ground impactful. So this is the ground impact. And it's already put in there. And the blending mode is hard light, but I also, I'll probably put it on full screen right now so you can get the idea. See how my legs is covered. And the best way to fix that, you have to do some masking. So you got to duplicate your video again, put it on top of the visual effects, and then you're going to have to do some masking around the legs. Now, as you can see right here, I did serious keyframing. So hopefully you guys get the idea. And this tutorial video is also for myself, so that way I don't forget how I did this effect. And that way I can show it to some people. Well, this is how I did it. And the sound effects of me and my girlfriend taking off, I use a sound effect called missile launch. And the landing part, well, I'm going to see what it's called again. The cinematic hit sound effect. And this is how it sounds like. And the other one. You can probably find that on YouTube. Oh yeah, and one important thing, the screen shaking like that, it was because the background glitch effect, there was no way of taking care of that one. So best way I fixed that, I nest all these videos here by selecting them all and right click, nest it, named the nest Flying Paul, and then I manipulated the nest with effects controls and I just gave it a nice shake. So that way you can't tell the clouds moved. I had to zoom in a little bit so that way that shake came in right. Because if it came in with 100% scale, you can see the lines right here, see? So I just kept it at 130, scaled it right in, so you won't see those black lines. And that's how I did it.
Come on, babe.
So hopefully you guys liked this tutorial. Hopefully it was more explainable enough. If not, I'll probably do better next time. But anyways, this tutorial video is also for myself. That way I don't have to forget how I did it. Maybe next video I'm going to make another visual effects. Right now I'm taking a break from vlogging. I love vlogging with you guys, but until then I'm just going to probably do some visual effects with my girlfriend. We're always busy on a Saturday doing Postmates, making some advanced cash. And I don't know if you guys want to watch us doing Postmates because it can get a little bit boring watching people just doing Postmates. So I decided to do some visual effects for you guys and some tutorials. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial and you guys take care and I'll see you next time. Peace.